Hello, my name is Catherine. I am a freediver and a photographer who shoots a lot of film underwater. Across all my years of sharing photos on the internet, my most frequently asked question has been, how do we care for our underwater film cameras? What follows is a very thorough, step-by-step, no-frills guide on how to care for your Nikonos V camera per the instructions that I was given by a film mentor years ago. After purchasing my first Nikonos, I was absolutely terrified to use it for probably the first 6 to 8 months that I owned it. This will be a two-part series. This is a tutorial that I wish I'd had access to when I first started using this camera. I do hope this is helpful for any new users. If you have any additional questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer to the best of my ability. Happy diving! The key to post-saltwater camera care is moving all the parts that you move while you're diving. So the first thing you do to make that possible is rewind your film so you're able to actually fire the shutter and advance the film knob during your freshwater rinse. Go ahead and rinse the camera of any salt water or debris that may have built up before fully submerging it in a small bowl. Beginning with the viewfinder, let's go ahead and turn the gear that keeps it in place in the hot shoe. And then moving on to the aperture knob, twist it back and forth through the full range of motion, and same thing on the focusing knob. Then we'll head over to the shutter dial where you want to do the same thing. This column is a fairly common place for corrosion to build up, so spend some quality time right here. And then you'll want to fire your shutter and advance your film a few times over, since these are probably the parts used most often during your dive. Next is the film speed dial. Even though you're setting this before getting in the water, you'll want to rinse it because it has this narrow ring that can hold water if it's not flushed out. Finishing with the shutter lock lever, I typically lock my shutter between shots to prevent any accidental snaps. And then a quick recap of all the mechanics you want to rinse before letting your camera take a bath for a little while. Once it has had the chance to soak, I will typically towel dry the body to prevent any water spots or stains, and then let it air dry, sometimes overnight if I'm not pressed for time.